fear here. Today we're going to be playing some Starcraft 2 Arcade, Nexus Wars 1 lane. There are lots of Nexus Wars out there, but this is the 1 lane version. In case you don't know, the objective is to destroy the other team's Nexus in a tug-of-war style. You do that by building units, and they auto-spawn, go out there and die in the center for you, and sometimes they kill stuff and give you income, so forth and so forth, and as you get more income, you build more units, and so forth and so forth. Today we're going to be focusing on zerg. So this is a zerg pro tip video, so new players can learn it. If you're new, this is probably a good version for you just because someone's going to help you. Hopefully they'll tell you what to do. It's unlike the 2 lane version which you get put against pre-mades pretty much all the time. And gives you an opportunity. So let's just start off with the bar here. You got a pylon or a band pie. It increases your income. You want to get that about 10 minutes. That'll be about your 10-minute mark. I've gone ahead and sped this up as well so you guys can see here. But that's going to be about the 10-minute mark. You got a hero hall. That's going to be at the end of the game. Don't worry about that now. We'll go over that later. Got the blink on your workers so you can blink around and attack things. SCV attack right here. Got one of our players quit. That's why this game went on a little longer. Then you got a nuke. Each player only has one of those per game. You want to use that usually at the bottom of the ramp here when there's a big cluster. You'll know. You want to call it. Whoever calls it, let them do it. You can tell how many nukes are left by looking at the stars here on the left next to your names. You want to, that tells you how many. When you use it, it'll disappear, and you can tell how many are left in the game. So let's jump right into it. I'm playing Zerg, so we got a player that left. And as soon as you start off with a Zerg, you can either build a Bailing or a Zerglings. You never really want Zerglings, only one. The spawning pool, only get one. Don't want to mass them. I see a lot of new players doing that. Just stick to one and then go on. And so what you'll do is you can get some Zerglings, maybe some Bailings, getting either or. You know, if you get more than one Zergling at the beginning, you're really gonna hurt your team, and you're really gonna hurt yourself. Bailings can be pretty good, but what I like to do is I'll start off with a Zergling and then get some roaches here. And so what those will do is they tank for you, big beefy units. Let's see if we can click on one here. So let's slow it down a bit. Here's a roach. Beefy units at the beginning, very useful. They transition into mid-game. They're there. They get some extra damage for you. And so you just transition. So you get one Zergling and then get some roaches depending on what you're doing. You want to stop getting, 5 might have been too many. But you can salvage them later, which is here. That won't give you a refund, but near the end of the game, when you run out of supply, we get 120 now. Usually you have 90, but if a player in your team quits, you get 120. Then if another player quits, 180, and so forth and so forth. But you won't get a refund if you salvage it, but near the end, that comes a strategy. You'll learn that as you play with Wisdom. You'll see here on the bottom left, you have upgrades for units. They come in all these nice little buildings, so the Ravager, but don't worry about that. That's end game. Don't even do that now. You'll see here a nuke go off. I called it. I'll nuke. They're all clumped up here at the bottom, you see, and then boom, gets me all those income. It's a 1-8 kill, but you only have one, so you gotta be using this sparingly. And so, Zerg are really, I would say they're good on the ground with these Ultralisks, but Ultralisks are countered very easily by, lots of tanks. Immortals, which are great mid-game toss, but we'll go over them later. But, so usually what I like to do is I get a couple roaches, hold them off. Now, Ravagers, they can be good, but they're situational. You can't salvage them, and they'll probably fix that later. But they're a broken unit right now. They're very powerful. Every 10 seconds they use one of these corrosive bios that does 60 damage. Very good. I would suggest, during the mid game, maybe getting like 6 of them. They'll always be useful. They always do 60 damage, so whatever. And they're not that bad. They tank a lot of damage. They're 150. So, but you don't want to mass out entirely on Ravagers because you can't salvage them yet. If you're broken, you'll be stuck there. But, getting a few are good. So, one Zergling, a couple roaches maybe, starting off, and then I'll get you into the mid-game where people can actually type to you and not getting upset and quitting too early. And the Ravagers will hold the lane, as you can see in the mid lane. It's an ebb and flow. We nuke, we go. They nuke, they go, and so forth and so forth. And so you can see it start getting ultras. I see a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll get one Zergling, one Hydra, and then one Ultra. You never want to, even in the regular games, you never want to just save. You never just want to save and waste income. It gets to the point where it's speed that up. Don't really care about this right now, but it gets to the point where it would be very detrimental to you, and it would really just hurt you to do that, to save and go. So Zergling, a Roach, maybe some Ravengers to hold the line. They're not bad units. Queens, don't really need them. Stay away from them. I'm not going to say they're a sucky unit because they could be good at the beginning, but at endgame they're worthless. Festers, they're worthless. Don't even worry about them. Worthless unit. Lurkers, situational. They could be good, but, you're versing lots of ghosts. They're not really going to do anything. They sit really far back. You can maybe get like 3 of them if you want, but you don't have to. They're not that great of units anyway. Hydralists, never mass them, only get 1. A lot of people I see doing that, massing Hydralists. That'll get your losses really quick and lower your rating. You can see the ratings are here. We'll hover over your name, you'll see win-loss ratios. Massing Hydralists, that'll get you a quick loss real fast. And because they're not that great, they die quickly. They're not that strong. Vipers, get them later. They're detectors. They'll put down some clouds. When you're playing Zerg, you want to get 3 or 4 of them. They're useful. They'll put down a blinding cloud for you, as you can see here, and units will keep the range units will have to walk through that to do damage, and it helps out. It helps your team out. Now, you want to get 1 Mutalisk. Never want to mass them. I see that happening a lot. People will mass Mutalisk, and that'll get your losses up. You only want to get 1. Don't mass Mutalisk. Just get 1. That's it. Stay with that. Now, where the Zerg excel are Scourge. Very powerful. They do, let's see if we can click on one here. Let's slow it down really quick. We'll click on one here. 40 damage, and they upgrade to 80 damages, and they'll die, and 2 of them will go there. They suicide themselves. Boom, if you don't know. Zerg excel at anti-air. Great anti-air units. But you want some units holding the line, and that's where the Ravengers will come in. As you can see, they're holding a little bit of line. But massing Scourge, I got rid of the Ultralists because Ultralists are countered by lots of Immortals. If they don't have any Immortals and they're going all air, then yeah, maybe get some Ultralists, but not really, no, because they're not the best. Pro tip of the day, they're going to get countered easily if anyone knows how to counter it. Scourge are your bread and butter. Those are the units, you click on you get your Scourge. Lots of them, as you can see, lots of them, and they'll just fly in and then do lots of damage and hold the line. Corruptors, I try to stay away from them. You can get, it's situational. You'll learn where they're good and when they're not. In this situation right here, they won't be good. They'll die quickly to the Tempest, and they have a really small attack range and have to get up close and personal. Broodlords, I stay away from those. Those are pathetic units. The Zerg's main excelling at anti-air. Speed it up because, going through it pretty quick. Excuse me. The Scourge, and there's the blinding cloud. As you can see, the units have to go through it to actually do damage, and that gives you a big advantage. They can't attack on that cloud, but Broodlords and Corruptors, stay away from. Not that useful. Corruptors you'll learn, but Broodlords suck at units. Don't even waste your time with them. They don't do any damage. Sure, they're 4. People think they're good, but they don't attack the Broodlings, so they take that out of the game, and they're just really slow. They don't do much damage to ground. Not that great in general. Just get lots of Scourge and stick with the Scourge. If it's only you playing against 4 people, then get some ground stuff like Ultralists to hold the line, and so forth and so forth. But Scourge are the Zerg's bread and butter. They are really the anti-air. As you can see here, they're trying to counter, but they'll just go right. They're countering them with heroes right now, but I can guarantee you they'll be killing everything. You can see that by my kills here. Scourge counter Vikings, Scourge counter other Corruptors, Scourge counter Scouts, Phoenixes. There are ways to counter them and try to stop them a little bit, but those are with the Protoss, and we'll go over that in the next video. So your bread and butter is really maybe some Ravengers, some Ultralisk, and some Scourge. Lots of Scourge. If they're going lots of air, get lots of Scourge. If they're going just lots of air, just get Scourge. Scourge, 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 Scourge. Don't mass Corruptors. They'll die too quickly. Don't do anything. Scourge are just there to hit things. They're easily upgraded. You can see here they're killing them fast because they're heroes. And we'll go over that here in a second. But, Scourge. Scourge, Scourge, Scourge. That's all I can say about the Zerg. They excel, they got some Ravagers holding the line here on the ground. Scourge. Scourge, Scourge with some Vipers to put down those clouds, and you're good. So now we go into the end game. At around 20 minutes or so, when you max out at 90, we had 120, so this game's a little different. But when you max out at 90, you want to get one hero hall, which is where you upgrade your stuff. Just in case you don't know, you have your choices here. You click on these little tabs to upgrade stuff. You'll focus on your upgrades. But you get 90 resources. Heroes make this game. A lot of people don't know that, but and you'll see. Unfortunately, it happens a lot. If you lose your heroes, you're going to lose, and so heroes make this game, and you want to get them as soon as you max out. Get one hero, and then you can start upgrading your pylon. Then you can start upgrading your attack and your damage. Then you can start. And you can have more than one hero. It takes 30 seconds, but they double every time in cost. So you don't want to be wasting them. 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 16,000. You can usually get 5 near the end, maybe 4. But so you can see here the heroes. But to pick hero choices. Archangel's the best. Don't go for anything else. Archangels will shred the lines. Archangels will. Then I'll go over that a little later. You can pick Odins, Kerrigans, Zeratul. But so here's the Archangels. You'll see I transfer fighter mode makes them go faster, and I can repair them, but I'll land them. Archangels are upgraded through air, Terran air. They attack very quickly, range of 10, so they'll sit back and do lots of damage. Very useful. They're the best heroes, and so we can compare them to the Odin, which is what a lot of people get. He has a barrage ability here. You can see it only targets ground. Everyone gets Odins. Everyone seems to like Odins. I don't know why. They're the noob choice. The pros pick Archangels, and so they have a barrage ability here. This is their nuke, but they have a barrage ability. Only hits ground units. They're slow, and they can't move while they're doing it, so they get stuck. Very easy to counter, like if you're targeting heroes, as you can see here. They have a nuke, which is why people pick them, but it doesn't do as much damage as the original nukes. This is where the problem comes into play. So it'll kill the weaker units, but it takes 2 to kill the Tempest, and it takes 2 and 3 to kill big units, and it takes 5, and it has a recharge. They're just really bunked up, beefy, slow. They attack slow. They don't do as much damage as you think, and their Hellfire missiles definitely don't do enough damage to, range full, at the range and the speed attack they do, they're worthless. They don't do anything. The cannon, why would I, up against, in the front lines, they fire so slow, they're going to get targeted by everything, and the range isn't that great. I'd rather have Archangels at a range of 10, and Odin's just, so you can see and compare my kills to everyone else's, I have over 200 more kills than everyone else. As the game goes on, you'll see I get more and more kills, and the Archangels will just hold the line. And so you got those heroes, Archangels, and so we'll go back to the Archangels here. We'll look at them. The Archangel has this nice little repel. Don't waste your time on that. It's a worthless ability. But then they have fire missiles, which is like a little red thing, and it'll attack an AOE, and it does a lot of damage. You can see here, as I'm killing everything here. You can even micro to target those, but watch. You start targeting heroes with these Rangers. Here, they can't move while they're doing that. I'll get them eventually, but you'll see, here, see how fast just 4 of them start taking down their heroes? And they won't do that to me because they attack so slow. I'm just shredding through all their little units and stuff, trying to be wary because they still have nukes. I can see they have 2 nukes left. I don't want to lose my heroes yet because that would cost me the game because Archangels are holding the line at this point with 4 of them. And, I'm just killing, as you can see here, lots and lots of things. They just kill everything so quickly, and they're using their nukes, trying to hold the line, barrages. Just don't get caught in that, micro your heroes around. If you can't micro heroes, ask someone on your team to do it. I know this game can lag a little bit, or you might not be good at micro, so maybe someone on your team is, and you can give them control, and they'll move your heroes around and use them to the max advantage. You'll get the kills for it, and you won't have to do anything. You just watch and upgrade. You might be lagging a little bit, or so forth and so forth. You'll see here in this game here, this means your units are blocked. They're not spawning, so you want to build in rows of 2, like this, like me. Always good. You don't need to worry about air. They won't get blocked. But rows of 2 ensures that you won't be blocking any of your units like this. I think I tell them later. Yep, there you go. Build in rows of 2. So they're building Vikings. They're not really countering much here, but as you see, I'll start picking off their heroes. Coming in here. See, trying to run away. But, so yeah, and then there's Kerrigan. Whatever. She has a Blade Storm ability. We can see her in this one here. She only attacks singly. She has and here he goes, tries to run in. I kill him really fast, runs out. She has a single target attack, but she has to get really close to use it. So my Archangels, which have a range of 10, are just gonna, I'll just gun them down, and then if I see I'm getting overrun, move them back. I don't need to worry about it. But if I'm microing him, she's not going to kill him compared to me. And the Blade Storm isn't going to do enough damage to anything of me. It's not going to, it doesn't hurt my heroes to 100% where I need to worry about it. And then you got Zeratools. No one gets them in this game for me, but They have a Void Prism, which can lock down units. They can be a good hero if microed right, but against Archangels, makes it difficult. But if you get them, you can really kill their other heroes. Like if you're fighting noobs, then you'll kill their other heroes very quickly. You won't have to worry about it. And they can lock down heroes. They can blink. They're always invisible, but you really gotta be careful. They're melee. They only attack ground, but they have an AoE. It'll hit air. But as you can see here, there goes a nuke. So it takes 2 nukes to kill the Tempest, which are the big beefy units we need to get rid of. And doesn't really do that much damage against other units. So you can see here, he's trying to do it, but can't really, because the attack's so slow. They're not killing him. Mine are probably being repaired back here. Yeah, I'm keeping him repaired. Don't want to lose him yet. It's going up. And so, the best heroes, Archangels. Tons of Archangels. And if you can't micro Zeratools, ask someone on your team, can you micro Zeratools? If they can't, get them Archangels. Get those Archangels and hold the line with the Archangels. Best hero, Archangels. And so what you do is, you might say, I'm not playing Terran, so I won't be upgrading him. Just upgrade the attack. Just upgrade their attack. Don't even, it's cheap. It's compared to, you can see how many minerals I'm saving up for my next hero, which is 16,000. Upgrade his attack. Now you want to start upgrading after you get your first hero. So at 90, 1 hero haul, upgrade. Best, and then what you do is after you've upgraded your pylon all the way, after you get your first hero, you start upgrading your pylon. Maybe get 1 or 2 upgrades, but don't go too heavy. Just keep upgrading your pylon, get some kills with your Archangel hero, and then you build some more hero halls. You can build 4 of them, 5 of them. Don't go past 5 or 4. It doesn't really matter. But that means you can upgrade a bunch of stuff at the same time. Boom, and boom, and it'll start in different. As you can see here, different buildings start upgrading, giving me an advantage because I'm upgrading more at the same time because I have so much extra income. So the heroes, as you can see, we're holding the line here. Everything's dying. I have 5 of these guys now, as you can see. They're holding the line with their heroes, which is good. I'm using his missiles to take out the Tempest here. And at this point, you can see here, if I ever hit any of their Odins, I could shred them very easily. Shred their heroes and take it through. As I said, this is why Archangels are the best. You can see here, all these numbers are mine. Just gunning them down. And if they try... And so here I am. Oh, this is another pro strategy. They have 3 nukes left. No, they have 2 nukes left. And so what I'm telling them to do is, it's almost sudden death. So I'll take my heroes top, and if they take their heroes bottom, then they only can nuke one side of heroes. I don't have to worry about my heroes dying and being, overrun. And at that point, it would be dangerous if I lose my heroes to nukes. But at this point, when you go to sudden death, you lose all your heroes. So there's no point to keep having them. Get them to waste the nukes. So here they gotta come in, try to kill some of my Archangels. I micro them back, kill their heroes. Some of them very quickly. Just micro them back. Just had to get so close. And here I am telling him at 65. So one's almost dead. I don't want to lose him yet. I'd probably take him back to repair him. I'm telling him, get in there with your heroes. Try to take him out. Try to get them to waste the nukes. Because if they waste the nukes, we might win. And in sudden death, we can try to overrun him. So you see here, he comes in, boom, kills one of them, runs away. But, that's how close he had to be to actually try to kill one. So with Archangels, I'd shred those Odins if they came in close to me. I'm not, the Archangels are just really upgrade. So what I do is I'll upgrade my Zerg a little bit, just the attack for now, and the Archangel's attack, because heroes are making this game. But now I'm starting to focus more on my Zerg, because if sudden death comes around, I'll need my upgrades and everything. So here I am, still holding the line they're holding the line. I'm probably repairing my Archangels are being repaired by the workers, which helps your team a lot if you do that. And this will probably be the last push because at 65 it'll go into sudden death, and you don't know if you're going to win. If you countered them perfectly, then you might win, but if they countered you, then you're just going to lose because you have no heroes to try to micro and push them back. So, go over this again. For the Zerg, very useful on the... why is it not... Okay, let me just try that. Okay. Zerg, 1 Zergling. Never build more than 1 Zergling, so here I am taking out another one of trying to take out another one of their heroes. Boom, there he goes. Never more than 1 Zergling. Just 1 Zerglings, and then go on to Roaches, maybe some Ravagers. Good units, can't go wrong with. Ultralisk, some Vipers for those clouds. Excuse me. So here they are trying to stop them. But Infestors, you see here, they're losing some of our heroes because my team can't micro that well. Infestors, sucky units, don't even bother with them. Lurkers, situational, you'll learn that as you go. Ultralisk, you can get those. Those are good units. Corruptors, situational. The Zerg are the most adaptive, I can say, very much so. They are very beefy, and they nuke my heroes. I'm trying to get them to waste the nukes, so it goes into sudden death. Then we lose the heroes, because at this point, 3 more minutes, we'll lose the heroes anyway. Getting them to use some nukes on me saves me a little bit. And so our team can't micro, so as you see, the Odins aren't that great. They're not really holding their own against the lines. Even when they're upgraded, you can see here they're getting pushed back. They're not like Archangels. They're not meant to be on the front line, and they're not that great because you need front line to win this. And Archangels push their way through and attack everything. So this game probably goes to sudden death, and that's where we'll beat them. But I wanted them to waste that nuke, as you saw the Archangels. So we'll go back and we'll. So Broodlords suck, don't get them. Corruptors, situational. Mutalisk, don't mass them. I see that happen sometimes. Don't mass Mutalisk. That's not that great, as in when you're playing regular games. Don't mass Hydralisk. I see that too much. You get one, but don't mass them. Lurkers, situational. Festers suck, don't get them. Ravagers, you can get a couple at the game. Doesn't really matter at the beginning, but don't get too many. They're okay. Queens, no, don't get them. And Bailings, definitely don't mass Bailings. I see that too much. And you'll get overrun, and you'll lose a lot. If you're playing against anyone who's competent, they're not going to lose to Bailings. So we'll speed it up here to 8, so we can see who wins at the end. But you see here he's building hero halls and cannons. But as you can see, their heroes were the ones countering my Scourge. So you can see how fast the Scourge actually just run through everything they have. I'll slow it down a little bit so you can see that again. So you got the Ultralisk here and the Scourge here, which are fully upgraded on the attack. 85, they're suicidal. There's too many of them. Boom, 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 killing everything they come in contact with in big mass. So at this point, we're just holding back here. And so this is another pro tip too as well, but you don't need to worry about this in your first games. In Sudden Death, you can chrono boost your buildings here by holding Shift and W and just going across all your buildings, and it'll make them faster, speed up their cuts it in half. You can use this too. You use it, drains energy. It's a point defense drone, drains energy to protect your units. Just put it next to your units. It can give you an edge in Sudden Death, but in Sudden Death is where the game is determined if you're going to win, if you countered stuff perfectly, if you did everything you needed to do. Which we did, as you'll see. Boom, you can see all these Corruptors die. That's Corruptors versus Scourge, so you can see here why Scourge are better. Vikings, here's some Vikings. We go over that in another video. Their situation. You can see they still have Ultralisk and they're dying. If my team would have just stuck to regular counters, not went Thors, we would have steamrolled them a lot sooner, but we'll win right now in this day and age. If you want to see the Terran, you can go to the Terran Pro Tips video and see what units not to build and what units to build. Thors are a big no-no, in case you don't know. Thors suck. And Tempests are pretty good. We'll go over that in another video, you'll see them. And as you see here, the units, we just countered them better and pushed through with no heroes here. So what to go over? The Zerg, your bread and butter units are the Scourge, the Ultralisk, and a couple Vipers. See, the Zerg are a lot more knowledge-based, you know what you're doing, but they're very adaptive to both ground and air, so they can counter both very well. And that's, they have a lot of opportunities, so you have a lot of opportunities to trick your opponents, you have a lot of opportunities to give you that edge that you want. So no on the Infestors, no on the massing Zerglings at the beginning, I see that too much, no on that. No on, get a couple roaches maybe, but don't just mass them until end game, you'll get countered. No on the massing mutas, pathetic. Bread and butter, Scourge, Ultralisk, some Ravagers, and those are the units that you want to get. Broodlords, no, definitely not. They suck, I see that too much, but they'll be countered really easily. Oh, excuse me. And that's the end of this video, as you see. So I hope you learned something, and have a good day.